I want to take a look at the SCS 3x3 comparison video. Speedcube Shoop. Speedcube Shoop. Oh, for goodness sake. It was right there. I always do this. I always look at the video, look at the channel, and then just like miss the video. Come on,
These are 4 of the best
hey, look, it's
cubes you
Jaden.
can get in 2025.
All right, what are we looking at here? The 4 best cubes you can get in 2025. So that's a Tornado V4. That's got to be a RSTM V5. What are the 2 GANs? One of them has to be a 16. But what other GAN have we got in here? Oh, Dylan's unboxing posted. Are you okay if I take a look, Dylan? I feel like if I take a look, I won't post a VOD for like at least 2 or 3 days. Yeah, Coca, no V11 in the vid. Chang, it can't be the 15. Jaden hates the 15. What? I hate the 15. I genuinely hate the 15, by the way. Like, I've used it a couple of times now, and I hate it. I would be so pissed off if I'd paid for the 15. Genuinely, I would be upset if I'd paid however many New Zealand dollars it was, like 140, whatever New Zealand dollars it was, 80, 80 freedom bucks. I hate it. It's rubbish. It's objectively rubbish. Like it just hangs up on that. It just jams up in ridiculous scenarios. Chang's is back in the box as well. I'd be a pissed off customer. So, Jaden, surely there's not a GAN 15 in here. Surely not.
And we're going to compare the features, performance, and cost of each cube to determine which one is truly the best.
Come on then,
For
let's
our
get it.
contenders, we have the GAN 16 Max, the Super Weilong V2,
Orbital cubing, literally just asking what happened to the kind of like that cubing news. Oh, a weekend's cubing. People weren't watching it. It wasn't getting views. So it was sidelined.
the Tornado V.
So we got 16 Super Weilong V2, no V11, but a Super Weilong V2. How are we feeling about that, Dylan? No V11, but a Super Weilong V2. That was. I feel like you were using that one. Hey, Tornado V4
and the GAN 12 Mag.
GAN 12, of course.
Each cube will be ranked in 3 categories.
For a minute there, I lost myself. Radiohead. For a minute there, I thought they were genuinely going to have a GAN 15.
First is features. This includes stuff like ball cores, maglev, and customization options. The more a cube has to offer, the more points it will get. Next is performance.
Okay.
This will cover corner cutting, speed, lockups, and how well it prevents corner twisting. Last is pricing. Simply put, can the cube justify the cost?
This is a cool video premise. I like
this. Each cube can earn
this.
up to 10 points for each category for a potential total of 30
What are we looking at? Are we juicing? 5.6? Not exactly juicing.
points. First up on our list
YouTube's
is
hard.
the GAN 16 Max.
Their editor, I've forgotten his name. What was their editor's name? But he's really good.
For the features, the GAN 16 has UV coating, maglev, core magnets, and repel.
Quite interesting that they're including an unreleased cube in this
edge
video.
magnets, a dual adjustment system.
Although technically it's out now, isn't it?
No traditional magnetic adjustment. You can, however, change out the magnet rods in the corners to either be stronger or weaker. So while customization may not be as extensive as other cubes on our list, it's not entirely lacking. This cube also has centerpiece magnets.
I love the black on white in the thing here, my goofy old man eyes. And look, there is a screw. Well, in these versions anyway. I need GAN to send me stuff. I need GAN, and I need Moyu, and I need Chi. So I need everyone, really. G Fuel is sending me all the stuff I need. More than I need. I've got a cupboard full of it already and more coming. Sheng Shower Chill, they'll send me stuff. Easy Silly Cubes, they're great. I didn't even ask. They didn't even tell me they were selling me stuff, and they just sent it. That was pretty cool. Who else sends me stuff? Rubik's, of course. Love that. I'm excited for Rubik's in a weird way. In that they are just getting like... They are really putting cubers at the top And I think that's a good idea. Anyway. We're talking about the GAN 16, everyone. Shut up.
That add to the cube's overall stability. For this category, the GAN 16 has earned an 8.5.
8.5?
While the cube may not have every feature, let's see how it fares in our next category, performance.
That's interesting.
This cube is very stable and quite fast, yet still controllable. The corner cutting is able to do over 45 degrees forward and line to line for reverse.
Sure.
In terms of lockups and catching,
We love to corner
I
cut.
haven't really noticed anything. The
Good.
turns slide really well and can handle algorithm execution at high speeds. And for corner twisting, it seems virtually impossible.
Oh,
We're using
wow.
quite a bit of force and it just doesn't want to move.
Okay, well, we'll get returns from that as well because little turd Timmies will still find a way.
The GAN 16 will receive a well-earned 9.5 for performance. But now on to pricing. This cube currently sits at $84.95, which is the highest price point we will see on this list.
She's
but
spendy.
you are getting a cube with incredible performance, even if it doesn't have every single modern day feature. Even with that said, asking for nearly $85 is still a bit high. Taking all that into consideration, the GAN 16 gets a 7.5 for pricing.
I feel like that's generous. I'd have given it like a 5.
The grand total of points for this cube comes out to 25.5.
Like 85
Next cube on our list
freedom
is
dollars.
the Super
Wow.
Weilong V2. So let's take a look at our first category, features. This cube comes with UV coating, MagLev, a 20 magnet ball core, or core magnets, repelling edge magnets, and an easy to use adjustment
It's got
system,
a lot of stuff.
all like the GAN 16. However, the Super Weilong V2 has adjustable magnets with 8 different settings.
That's so
no need to
many.
mess around with swapping out magnet rods.
I don't even
All
care.
of this earns the Super Weilong V2 a 9 for features.
I mean, what else could it possibly have? Is that not a 10? What else could it possibly have? It's got every single modern feature.
And moving on to performance, this cube is pretty similar to the GAN 16 in speed, but it does feel a bit looser. This does allow for incredible corner cutting, having almost no point in which this cube can't cut. But it also means that corner twisting can occur without too much effort. Despite this, turns feel very smooth and glide quite well, providing a solving experience with occasional lockups.
That's genuinely
that
quite
thankfully
impressive
come
from the
super
GAN
frequent.
16.
With all that said, it earns an 8 for performance. And when it comes to our next
Okay, that's tough.
category of pricing, this cube is up there with the GAN 16, coming in at $81.95, just $3 cheaper.
So the GAN 16 got
This cube does come with
7.5.
almost every feature you can have in a cube, which is more than the GAN 16.
Almost. If it's almost. Jaden, are you in the chat, sir? Jaden, are you here? Oh, no, I can't tag him. He's not here. Almost every feature? I feel like this has got every single modern feature you could possibly have. Chang is saying adjustable edge magnets. I guess it doesn't have those, but does any cube have those?
And customization is effective and easy to use. Performance, however, is where this cube lags behind just a bit. While the turning feel is quite nice and the speed is well balanced, the fact that corner twists and lockups happen, even if it is pretty uncommon, is just a little surprising in a cube with such a premium price tag.
Jaden says you're wrong, Dylan. You hear that? He says you're a big idiot. Not my words, the words of Jaden from Speedcube Shop.
All this cube earns a 7.5 for price, bringing its total up to
So it got the same price score as the GAN. It's $4 cheaper.
24.5.
Hold up. What did the GAN overall score? Overall GAN score was... Wasn't it 24.5? I can't remember.
Just 1 point behind the GAN 16. Now
Okay.
onto our third
Thank you,
competitor.
thank you,
We have the Tornado V4 Pioneer. And jumping right into the
Thank you,
features
Jaden.
category, this cube has the standard UV coating,
V4 Pioneer's got to score very highly on price and performance,
MagLev,
surely.
and core magnets. However, it doesn't have those repelling edge magnets, but it does give us a unique edge magnet layout
Predator
that I haven't
magnets.
seen on any other cube. We have the dual adjustment system.
Zanshi V5 Supreme has adjustable edge magnets. Well, I stand corrected.
However, this one doesn't actually require a tool. This cube also comes with the traditional magnetic adjustment system that we've seen on many
And a
cubes
top-tier
for years,
screwdriver,
and
which I
think
appreciate.
Just in terms of features, it's definitely got the basics down. But it does lack some more modern hardware that we've seen in other cubes on this list. For those reasons, the Tornado V4 gets a 7 for features.
Okay, all right.
When it comes to the cube's performance, it's overall quite smooth, but it's a little tight and the speed leaves something to be desired. It definitely isn't slow, but I feel like I'm being a little restricted with how fast I can turn. But despite this, the corner cutting is actually quite good, being on par with that of the Gan 16.
Okay,
and lockups are pretty
Redemption.
rare. And when it comes to corner twists, they aren't impossible, but with the amount of effort it takes, I don't see them ever occurring during
Timmy's
assault.
still finding it. This is so painful to watch. I hate watching corner twists.
Could be improved, but it's still quite good, earning the Tornado V4.
Really nice technique on the timer there, Jaden. Love to see that.
When it comes to the pricing of this cube, it is a lot more balanced than our previous contenders, coming in at just $49.95.
Give it like an 8.
Cube that has a good amount of features,
at least
good
an 8
performance,
for pricing.
And you feel like you're actually getting your money's worth for the most part. Even still, I think just a few dollars cheaper would give this cube a perfect 10, but as it stands, the Tornado V4 will get a 9 for pricing, bringing its grand total to 23 points.
I feel like there's like a ratio missing here. There's like a performance to cost ratio missing from the scoring system, potentially, if I was to criticize.
MagLev. This is definitely the oldest cube on our list, but is still used by some top solvers today. For features, this cube has UV coating,
a classic for a reason,
magnets, and a dual adjustment system. This cube also has magnet rods similar to the Gan 16, but it also has normal adjustable magnets in the corners. Putting all this together, the Gan 12 has earned an 8 for features. But performance is one of the big reasons cubers are still using this 4-year-old cube. In terms of speed, this cube is perfectly between the Tornado V4 and the Super Weilong V2.
Do you think people at GAN sometimes wake up in a cold sweat at night, just going, "Oh, why did we make the 13 or the 14 or the 15? Why did we do that?" Oh! Do you reckon they wake up in a panic? I think if I worked there, I might. It's taken them a long time to beat the 12.
It's not lightning fast, but it also doesn't feel like it's restricting how fast you can turn. And when it comes to corner cutting, it's flawless. This thing can cut anywhere. And when it comes to corner
is Gan 12 going to win?
You need to use way more force than you would in a normal solve. The only downside I can see from this cube is the lockups. The piece design of this cube is very blocky, which tends to lead to more lockups and catching than other cubes on our list. For top solvers and those with accurate turning, this wouldn't really be a big issue.
That looked pretty good.
But for most cubers, including myself, our turning tends to be a bit more rough and aggressive, which is not optimal for a cube that demands precision and accuracy.
Jaden.
For that, the Gan 12 earns an 8.5 for performance. As for its price, it's probably the best bang for your buck Gancube you can get. Coming in at $58.95, this cube gives you incredible performance with a good amount of features. It is still a bit high in terms of most cubes, but compared to some of the prices of modern day flagships, this is definitely a competitive price. But as it stands, $58.95
still more expensive than a Tornado
V4
V4
high for what you get, which means the Gan 12 will.
I'd have a Tornado V4 probably over a. Would I? I think I'd probably have a Tornado V4 over a Gan 12.
Get an 8 for pricing and a grand total of 24.5 points.
That's the same as
with the Super Weilong V2.
Yeah, tying with the Super Weilong.
Our winner is the Gan 16 Max.
Well, I mean, that makes sense because we've got to shift these Gan 16s. We've got to shift these Gan 16s, everyone. They're not shifting. They're not going that fast here in New Zealand. I reserved a very small number of them, and I haven't even sold half of that number. Even with, like, I had a hectic sale going on as well, even with a 20% sale. Didn't shift that many. So we may have, found the ceiling for 3x3 price that people are actually prepared to pay. I don't know how it's going at
and even though the Gan 16 did win, it was still a pretty close race, with the cubes being within
25, then a tie at 24.5. I feel like Tornado should have got some more points for price. I feel like Gan 16 should have got less points for price.
2 points of each other. The Tornado V4, while at the bottom of our list, is the most balanced of our contenders, has a good amount of features and a good performance,
such a solid cube
for a really reasonable cost. For the Super Weilong V2, it's got a lot of great features and really solid customization. The performance is still great, even if it doesn't quite reach that of Gancubes. This is a great option for those who want.
Did you hear that, Dylan? He's taking shots at you again. Taking shots at your sponsor.
Quality along with something they can really fine-tune to get.
This is the exactly kind of beef we could be doubling down on in the Cube content house, you know? This is what we're after. Chang, this video is meant to sell GAN 16s? I don't know. Maybe it's not my video. I'm just talking noise. Kauka, did you end up moving all the GAN 16s on your shop? I was tempted to try before I buy. No, I don't have them in stock. They were a genuine pre-order because I had them up for sale before they were released. So it was a pure pre-release pre-order. I certainly don't have one to try, I'm afraid.
Get exactly what feel they're looking for. As for the GAN 12, it's got really solid performance, despite being such an old cube.
I would like to try a GAN 12
why people still use it to this day. It also has a good amount of features, but
I usually have the matte one on my
that's
store.
been made over the last 4 years. But thankfully, the features it does have are pretty solid. And of course, we have the GAN 16. While it doesn't have every feature ever, it still has a pretty good amount. It has the best performance out of all the cubes on our list, and if you're looking for the most premium cube out there, this is the one.
It's the one.
And with that, we've reached the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed,
there you go. Go and watch that and give Speedcube Shop a like, everyone, as well. That was a blind react to that one. Should have added the V11. Not including the V11 in this comparison is criminal. Where's the Weilong V11? Would have loved to see the Diane Zanchi. Diane fans make a lot of noise, but there's not that many of them. No honorable mention for the MGC Beta. I've still not tried it. MGC Beta, Weilong V11 instead of the GAN 12. That's valid, actually. Might switch to the GAN 16. Weilong V11. Why did you choose the Tornado Pioneer instead of Flagship? That's an interesting one. No springs. Were they all? Yeah, they were all MagLev, weren't they? Tornado V4 should have gotten a full extra point in features just because they included blank white center cap. More high-end cubes need that. Where have you been, Agent 0422? We changed the rules. Yeah, Tornado Flagship. Where's the V11? Tornado V3? Settle down. GAN 12 is still too large. You cannot please anyone, can you? You cannot please everyone. No Hudong? No. No one cares. RS3M 2020. It's still my best-selling cube. I need to remake that Speedcube Shop RS3M 2020. They made a video. They made a video which was like, it's the best. It's still the best. Yeah, here we go. I need to remake this cube like every year. We need to remake this video every year. And just be like,
hey everyone,
yeah,
it's Jaden here.
It's still the best seller. Still the best seller, still. Although I will say the V5 is catching up. The V5 standard is catching up with the RS3M 2020. It's doing pretty good. And I moved a lot of supers, but they never ever did the same. They never did the same numbers as the RS3M 2020.